Badlands. Explain those Badlands. That's a hell of a name.
Good evening and welcome to Flow episode 23. How y'all doing tonight? What's up, everybody? Mima Hunter says, love the intro music. I'm glad you love it. Good to see you, Mima Hunter. Miss Rhea Freedom Fighter says, hello, everyone. I'll be listening while I paint furniture. Good to see you all. Good to see y'all, too. Good to see you, legend. I live my USA. Says, is it just me or has Rumble been buffering all day for everyone? I have no idea. I've been good on it, to be honest. But good to see everybody. Matt VK says, let's go. Whee! From Polaris Park. Good to see you. What's up, y'all? Fire Carried. What's up, everyone? Good to see you, Fire Carried. How you doing, man? I hope you, your wife, and your kids are doing well. I think you have some pups too, or at least some animals, some furry friends. I hope y'all are doing well. Haven't seen you in the chat in a while, but I know that, well, I don't know, but I assume that being parents to youngins is a crazy time, but great to see you, brother. I hope y'all are doing well. I'm assuming since you're here that you're doing well. CKLR, good to see you. Yo from Camrose, Alberta. Okay, that's definitely Canada. What is that, British Columbia province, I think. Good to see ya. Huma Warrior 76. Huma, Louisiana, question mark? Or Houma. I don't want to call it Huma because you know who. Oh, first time I've seen this intro. Nice. Rocky Top Apologist. That's the first time you've seen the intro? Man, that's crazy. I had no idea. But to be fair, because I have the show on Saturdays at 7:30, I could totally see you coming in at the end. Or not the end, but after the intro starts. So Fire Carry says, you too, man. Twins just turned 1. Yes! They just turned 1 years old. Man, that's awesome. I feel like the times I saw them on the Zoom calls for our Hotlanta Badlanders Inner Circle meetup, I got to see them grow a little bit. So things are finally stabilizing. That's awesome, man. Congratulations to you guys to getting to the 1 year mark. Man, I remember when I was 1 year old. I'm just kidding. I don't remember that. But I'm glad everybody's in here. We got some people on X over here. First of all, we got Sergeant Sparky. Good afternoon from PNW. Good to see you. We got Colleen K. Brennan, Patriot Frontlines News, Buffalo, New York in the house. What's up, mama? How you doing? Good to see you. Man, we got GA Julie in here. Hey, y'all. I bet you that you're from Georgia because you got a GA and a y'all. I know you're from Georgia. We got the one, the only Clearcat 367 in the house. Good afternoon, Badlander Flobies. It's time to get flowy. You know it. You know it. So, Jackie informed me earlier that I don't think that there's going to be an episode of People tonight. It's not on the schedule. So, if y'all bear with me, we're gonna have a roller coaster of an episode. But to start off, I'm gonna hit an ad, and then I'm gonna play a video for you guys, a music video, a lyrical music video, and we're just gonna get into it, man. This is gonna be a fun day. I'm excited for this, and Lord willing, my lady friend Jackie may be joining us. I'm putting pressure on her right now if she's watching. I know she's outside somewhere just hanging out with the cat probably. But to start, y'all, let's go with our first sponsor, which if I had the read up, I'd be able to do it. I could just do one that already has an ad, but I'd rather do my friend's ad, and that would be our one and only. Oh, that's GART. By the way, guys, get your GART tickets. We'll talk about it in a little bit. But Conscious Strength from our buddy Jordan Sather. So Maha yourself, which is make America healthy again. So Maha yourself with supplements that don't suck from Conscious Strength. Founded by Badlands' very own Jordan Sather in 2019, Conscious Strength products are made in America and won't break your bank unlike other online brands. Their lineup includes collagen for strengthening joints and hair, electrolytes to get rid of those cramps. I'll show you that container in a second. Greens powders that taste good and mix easy. Shilajit gummies, methylene blue, zeolite, and more. Flip the finger. You know that finger. The bird, double barrel, as Dan Bongino would say. Give him the double barrel. Flip the bird to pharma, man. Be your own doctor and get supplements that you can trust from Conscious Strength. And I can't state that any better. We have been lied to for the longest time when it comes to pharma, when it comes to medicine, supplements. And I know Jordan personally. I trust Jordan as much as, I'm trying to think of the way to describe it. As ridiculous as Jordan is as a human being when it comes to his shit talking, I trust him that much. And he's a great shit talker. Let's put it that way. Go to badlandsmedia.tv/strength to shop now. One more time, badlandsmedia.tv/strength. Link will be in the description below. So, guys, make sure you check out Conscious Strength. And I told you guys I would show you the container. So not only am I going to show you the electrolytes that Jordan gave us or sold us at GART. Jackie actually got them. These are the electrolytes. But I'll show you. Oh, man, this is going to be bad. Let me see if I can turn the light off so you guys can see. That's how much is left in there because we've been using it. And we've had it since, what was it, July? So, yeah, since July or August, since the beginning of August, we've been pumping that stuff into our water, you can put it in any liquid, but I suggest water. But it tastes delicious, in my opinion. I like the more like salty kind of taste at the end. It doesn't really have that taste, but you can tell that it has a little bit of the electrolyte taste in it. But it's nothing like the Gatorade ones and all those other ones that literally, like, to me, they taste like spit. Like the ones you get from a gas station taste like you're drinking someone else's saliva. Whereas this one, when you mix it up, it's literally just like a normal water texture, but you get that extra little bit of flavor. So make sure you check out Conscious Strength, guys. It not only does it support Jordan, supports us, but it's got clean ingredients, man. Let's see what's in here. We got potassium, the electrolyte matrix, which is sodium chloride, pink Himalayan salt, potassium citrate, magnesium, aspartate, and calcium citrate. And all those things for that's in the rapid hydration section. And all those things are trying to, I don't want to over explain, but these things are, not only are they healthy for you, but they're naturally occurring things. They're not made in a lab. They're not GMO, things like that. So anyway, Conscious Strength, make sure you check it out. Badlandsmedia.tv/strength. So we got some people from YouTube over here. Bones Mama still loudly silenced. Not on my channel. Although I may have to cut you guys out for a minute to play this video. Actually, no, I'll cut you guys out later for a different video. But this one we should be all right on. So Bones Mama says, "Hey homies, what's up, homie?" Rocky Top apologies. Arkansas's QB is a gamer, gotta say. So Rocky Top, I plan on opening the lines later. If you feel like calling in, please call in because I want to talk to you, brother, about this quarterback. And the only thing I'll say right now is he made a play think it was the end of the second. It was either the end of the second quarter or like during the third quarter. But he made a Vince Young scramble that I had to talk to you about it, man. I don't know if it was the number 10, his lengthy body, the way that he plays, but man, I saw a little bit of Vince Young come out there. So we'll talk about that if you don't mind. Rocky Top apologist. Appreciate the drinking someone else's spit in quotations illustration. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, when you go to gas stations and you get their electrolyte drinks, it's like this thick coating. I know it's making people feel gross in their stomach, but like, don't get that shit, man. Get conscious strength. It's way better for you. And the reason it tastes like that is because of the things that they put in it, man. I'm telling you guys. Hello from rainy Savannah, Jennifer Ray. It's raining in Savannah right now? I didn't know that. I didn't know we had a storm coming through. Known terrorist, Prevost 13 says, how about those Buckeyes, Cam? How about the fact that you guys play one game a season? So you guys got Texas on their weak leg. That was your one hard game this season. I will not give Ohio State the full respect that they deserve. And it's funny because that just fell off the back of the chair, which lets me know that I'm wrong here, but I'm still going to say it. I'm not going to give the Buckeyes the respect they deserve until they play an SEC type schedule. That means a Notre Dame, Penn State, Alabama, Georgia, Texas, something like that. You got to get at least 2 or 3 SEC squads in there. I'll give you 2 SEC squads, Penn State on the road, and Michigan with a good season. And if you guys beat all 4 of those teams, I will give Ohio State the recognition they deserve. But you guys do look good, man. That defense, I did not realize you guys do not give up red zone touchdowns. Like 0. It's crazy. All right. Oh, I see Dev House in here. Green Siren, Rumble Heart. I saw you posted something earlier, but I didn't see what the words were, so I'll put up in a minute. Chuma Warrior, Cam, I'm with you. I'm with you too. I don't know what we're talking about, but I'm with you. We're all on the same team here. On this channel, we're on the same team. Depending on where you're going with it, I think 99.9% of us are on the same team. We disagree on things like we talked about last night on Only Lands. Our unity is authentic. It comes because we have a common enemy, not because we all agree. That's real authenticity. It's real unity. Elijah Emezi says, "Hi Cam, it's Elijah from Deadwood. How you been? I forgot CanCon's email, but I'm trying to get on Y-Chromes. My email is ragged yeah Frank at gmail.com. If you can get it to him, please, and thank you." What's up, Elijah? How you doing, man? I remember meeting you. I just started that message, and I will make sure to get in touch with CanCon. And if I can't get him in touch with you right away, I will at least email you myself. So yeah, I got that saved. Awesome. There's Mrs. Fire Carried, or even better, Tennessee Flower Girl. Hi all. How you doing, Mama? Congratulations on your 2 little ones getting to 1 year old. I bet you this was an amazing time for you guys. My mom's birthday was actually yesterday, guys. She turned 69. Hold the jokes. It's not funny. Stop it. Be serious. But yeah, so my mom had her birthday yesterday, and we had a pizza party for her. So we have a Mellow Mushroom near us. I know some of you guys probably know what that is, but we also have this place called Capozzi's, which is an Italian pizzeria. And so we got pizzas from Capozzi's because that's what Jackie, myself, my mom, and my dad like, and my brother likes Mellow Mushroom, so we got him that. But we had pizza upstairs. We had a chocolate cake for her. Jackie bought a whole bunch of beautiful flowers. She'll tell you the type of flowers, which I was supposed to put outside. I have not done. So you guys at the end of the show, remind me to take the flowers outside and water them, because like the ridiculous human being that I am, I haven't done it yet. So remind me of that. But yeah, so my mom had her birthday yesterday, and for me personally, it was a big deal because my dad is like, he's an MD, And my mom has plenty of family members that are. Thank you so much, Human Warrior. Happy birthday, blessings, Mama Cam. Thank you so much. And you're welcome, Tennessee Flower Girl. She says thank you, Cam. And I got you, Elijah. No worries, man. Jackie actually just sent me his email, so I'll make sure to forward that after the show. Evan says, "What's up, fellow retards? What's up, fellow retard? What's up, man? Just talking about my mom's birthday, you know." But oh, Patel Patriot just rated the stream. What a guy! What a good guy! What a guy! The happy birthdays to my mom, R. Stenger. Happy birthday, Cam's mom. Oh man, Matt VK. Happy birthday, Mama Cooksey. I love the way you spelled it. So it's actually Cooksey, but I love that because Cookie was my my nickname for the longest time, and so whenever I see Cooksey spelled like cookie, it makes me happy. Also, Cookie Monster was my first screen name on AOL or AIM. Rocky Top Apologist says, "Happy birthday. There is no relationship in the world as a mother and son." Yeah, I'm gonna leave that up there for this part. So my mom is besides Jackie, now that she's part of my life, but before I met Jackie, my mom was my whole world. Obviously my brother, because he and I have a special relationship, but my brother is an extension of my mother, so my mother is my whole world. And the hardest thing for me is watching her be deceived. Like, she taught me so much about questioning authority. On 9/11, she took me out of school. I remember it was a Tuesday, September 11th, 2001. It was a Tuesday. She got me around like 10 something, or not, maybe 11, but it was right after the second tower hit, or right before maybe. But I remember they pulled us out of recess. We had an early recess that day at my Montessori school. And they pulled us out of recess. And they brought us in. They wheeled in the TV. They were showing the local news. They showed the second plane hitting. They kept showing the first plane hitting on replay, whatever footage they had. Thank you, Brad, by the way, if you're watching. I know you guys just had audio files finish up, but yeah, man, that experience was something else. And let me turn this over here so you guys can see the Codex 9/11. And so my mom picked me up from school that day, and the first thing she said to me was, "Don't believe everything that you see on TV." And her brother, Michael Curtis, who's only, I think he's less than a year, he's like less than a year and a half older than her. He's the second Marine in our family. And he told me, "Don't believe everything you see on TV" as well. So my mom's side of the family has been the ones to really keep me red-pilled. And to see her get duped by the medical establishment during COVID and get the jab, and she even took Ozempic for a little bit, and it really broke my heart, man. It really did. It was hard to, what I truly still believe to this day was the right thing to do was to, because she's an adult, I was there to support her. I was there to take her to the hospital. I was there to take her to the doctor. When the ambulance was called, I was there to pick her up. But it was her choice, and I gave her the information I could. And Jackie's a godsend for this, but Jackie didn't give up on her, man. I didn't give up either, but Jackie was way more aggressive than me. And I think Jackie might have saved her life, if I'm being totally honest, by getting her off of Ozempic, by letting her know the things that she had read and the things that she had learned. And I think the mixture of the blood clots that my mom's been getting ever since she got the jab, mixed with the Ozempic, was definitely going to kill her, man. And it was hard. It was hard to kind of just watch her deteriorate in front of me. A couple times of her going unconscious, seizuring or pulsating or whatever you call it, and just trying to get her to come back to. And just to see her on her birthday say, like, I stopped taking that medicine. And I knew she was saying it to let Jackie and myself know that we were right, but more so to let Jackie know, like, thank you. And so it's a good day for me, man. It's been one day, obviously. You never know what's going to happen next. But yeah, man, it's yes, Shane Benjamin. Good work, Jackie. Yeah. One thing that I learned from it was that whatever little fears you have of how people will treat you, how they'll react to you, if they'll snap on you, if you'll lose your relationship with them, I feel like Jackie just let me know, like, nothing matters more than their health. So it doesn't matter if they hate you forever, but if you can save their life, then that's all that matters. So I love you, Jackie. Thank you so much for that. So to get us out of that little that little moment, and thank you guys so much for your kind words. I've been reading them, but I just kind of I've been letting it ride because I'm smiling to fight through the pain, and that's usually what I do. But I'm happy right now. This is a good moment. So to get us out of this funk, or at least get myself out of this funk, we're gonna talk a little bit about what you guys are talking about, and then we're gonna move into a video. That's gonna bring us back into some foosball. So to start with the foosball, let's see what our singer says. He says, Kim, what do you think about the Houday Bengals getting Joe Flacco? He already beat the Packers. All right, our stingers. So Joe Flacco at the beginning of the season for the Cleveland Browns, not a fan. They should have. I'm glad they actually started with him because I think it was good for Dylan Gabriel. Shout out to the former UCF Knight, Dylan Gabriel. I know he went to Oregon, Oklahoma, and stuff after that, but you guys have to understand, or you don't have to, but understand that our coaching situation was completely in flux. We had a completely change in our offense. When Gus Malzahn came in, he wants borderline option quarterback. He wants a Cam Newton-esque, and Dylan Gabriel is a passer that can move if he needs to. So he moved on to greener pastures for himself, which is good, and I still love the guy. But man, to see Joe Flacco go from what he did last year with Cleveland to this year, it was like, oh man, Joe Flacco. I know that he has it every once in a while. He's kind of like a Nick Foles in a way. I guess Joe Flacco was the original Nick Foles, or I guess what's his name? The Brad Johnson, Trent Dilfer, those guys. But man, if you get like 4 or 5 games out of Joe Flacco with the new offense or new players or whatever, just get him 5 games in a season. Joe Flacco will probably win you 3 out of those 5 games. So I'm telling you right now, those people that are Bengals fans, you might actually be upset that you're getting Joe Flacco because he's going to ruin your chances of getting a better draft pick. I'll tell you that right now. In Prevost right here. Known terrorists, Prevost 13. Domestic terrorists when it comes to college football only. Anybody that's listening, he's only a terrorist when it comes to college football. And when I say that, I mean he terrorizes us with this Ohio State bullshit. But Joe Flacco is the Harry Sisson of the NFL. I completely disagree with that. But he's definitely up there with the Harry Sissons of the NFL. Let's put it that way. You see what's here. I never really cared for the Bengals. Yeah, me either, man. It's so funny because the Bengals are kind of like that team that everyone's like, oh, yeah, they do have a team in Cincinnati, don't they? They're a tiger-looking team. Like, if they were the Cincinnati Tigers, I think we'd know them better, but they're the Bengals. People barely know that's a tiger. But fun fact for me, fun fact for me, one of my high school Spanish teacher, are you still even watching right now? She just heard me and is laughing. But my high school Spanish teacher, Coach Barker, Mr. Barker, Leo Barker. You guys can look it up. He was in the Super Bowl in the 90s. It was the Bengals versus the 49ers. And I believe he was a backup linebacker most of the season, and he ended up having to play because someone got hurt during the playoffs. And I believe one of his claims to fame, because people used to make fun of him for it, was I believe an interception went through his hands that went for a touchdown in that game. Obviously, they got blown out in that game, but go look that play up. I think he was number 57. Let me look it up. Coach Barker, if you're watching, I would say I'm sorry, but I'm actually not sorry because this shit's hilarious to me. But let me look this up because I remember kids used to show this in class. And it was funny because when we first got iPhones too. Let's see. Bengals versus 49ers Super Bowl. 1982. Let's see. Oh, I don't see him on here. Maybe this was a made up story. Guys, what if we're watching misinformation in the process? I won't keep you guys for too long looking for this. Oh, this is like the entire game. Yeah, this isn't happening. Nope, not doing that. All right. Anyway, you guys can look it up on your own time, but we always thought that was the funniest thing in the world. I got to at least look them up to make sure that I have some of this right. Well, I know he's a real person. Share my screen with you guys. I know he's a real person because he was my teacher, but also because of this. So he's Panamanian. No wonder he was my Spanish teacher. Yeah. So from 2008 to 2010, he was a head coach of the Hornets at Roswell High School. So that was that's the high school right near mine, right down the road. But 2008 is the year I graduated. So he was a coach until the 2007 season at my high school. That's so funny. All right. Sorry about that little tangent. Did not find what I was looking for, but that's okay. Uh-oh. EC was here. Only Lands last night was a symphony of misinformation about sourdough. How so? EC was here. Enlighten us. Elaborate on that topic. Because I just typed in basically the first video I could find on YouTube, and it told me that that's how sourdough is made. So I need to know. Seems like you guys are having a good time in the chat. Oh, I just saw. Where'd it go? Prevost. I don't watch NFL, only college. College football terrorist. Yeah, man. Prevost, you are a domestic terrorist when it comes to college football. You're Ohio State terrorist. That's what you are. Not the state of Ohio, but Ohio State terrorist. Y'all are the worst kind of people. Love foosball. Back in the day, was really good at it. I know that took me a minute to get back to it, Claire, but that's hilarious. We should play. If we can find a foosball table when we're in Florida, I bet we can find one somewhere. Let's play foosball. I want to see your game. Well, so we also have to come up with rules, because when I was growing up, there was like, you could do whatever you wanted to. And then when I became older, like when I was a teenager, people were like, you can't spin. And I'm like, why are there rules put on it? Like if I'm playing football, the only rules are that I can't hold, I can't pass interfere, or whatever. I throw behind the line of scrimmage. Like you can't put rules on it saying like you can't run as hard as you want, or you can't spin as much as you want. That's stupid. Let's see. Lil Peachy says, I have started. It's just flour and water. You feed it every day. So that's obviously talking about sourdough. Yeah, that's what I thought we showed yesterday. I'm pretty sure that's what we showed on OnlyLands. EC was here. You're going to have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure all it was water and flour. That was the point I was trying to make. People call me out. ZBM, things to look forward to. Yeah, things to look forward to. Architect Apologist says, Cam, I have a foosball table in the attic that you can have for real. It's nice. It's a nice one too. Dude, I got a truck, and I know you live in Tennessee. You might have to make that happen. If you're there in Cocoa, I think you're going to be there. We'll talk. All right, guys. So I'm going to get into the swing of things. I know it's been 30 minutes. I'm going to hit us with another ad real quick, and then we're going to get into the video that I promised you guys about 25 minutes ago. Yeah. So next up, we have, oh, this is a hybrid one, and I like this one. All right. Let me get us on the loop, and let's get it. When your favorite Badlands show wraps up without a raid, visit the Badlands website to explore our incredible sponsors. From products featured on the show to kickstarting your shopping list, the Badlands shop has you covered. Every purchase you make is a powerful vote for the future you believe in. We make it easy to shop America first, supporting Badlands creators and small business patriots that champion freedom. You're not just buying a product, you're fueling a movement with every dollar spent. Thank you for supporting businesses that support Badlands Media. Head over to badlandsmedia.tv and click shop for the menu, and go directly to badlandsmedia.com or .tv, or go directly to badlandsmedia.tv/shop. So guys, if you want to purchase any of our merchandise for our shows, I don't think there's anything for Flow yet, to be honest, because I haven't produced anything. But go over to badlandsmedia.tv/shop and shop for stuff. I know there's plenty of good stuff. Actually, since we have time today, we're going to go over there right now. And I know I promised you guys, oh, he's going to play a video. Well, I don't know if you guys have learned this about me. I come up with one idea, and then I change my mind. That's just what happens. That's like the normal human being thing to do. I don't think you guys have understood how human intelligence works. Let me explain to you guys real quick. Just kidding. No, so if you guys want to buy our stuff, which I highly suggest you do, go over to our shop. We got all the cool shit and stuff. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Oh, look at that. All right. So we got all our sponsors. Oh, even though I had conscious strength earlier, Jordan also has applied awareness right here. And then you got all kinds of stuff. Look at that. Get the Badlands merch. Let's go to the Badlands merch. Look at that. We got the Badlandscape Rushmore. By the way, guys, we went to Mount Rushmore when we were in Deadwood. I don't really know how to describe it to you guys. I'm gonna pull this off the screen so I can tell you guys. I don't know how to describe Mount Rushmore to you guys, other than the fact that it was one of the coolest places I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't understand. By the way, I realized I wasn't showing the screen on that last one, but in my brain, hold on, sorry. Jackie said, in my brain, if you're saying you're going to do something, just do it. Stop talking about it. Not saying that to Cam, just saying how my brain works. Ooh. Okay. All right. Challenge accepted, Jackie. Miss A. Watley says, time. I couldn't believe they would let her in. She wasn't drinking. I always told her that's how she kept winning, because she wasn't drinking. Everyone else was drinking. I have no idea what we're talking about here. Let's figure it out. Oh, here we go. My friend Miranda was a foosball champion. She would be so tired at school because she had been out late with her stepdad. He was making money off her. Nobody could beat her. She was 14 or 15 at that. That's crazy. You know what's very interesting to me is the fact that, like, I feel like there's a disproportionate amount of stories I've heard of children being used to make money for adults. And that's something we got to root out in that culture, in our culture. I said in that culture, but I mean in our culture. But that's not okay. But the thing is, the hard part for me is that I remember when I was younger, I was very good at soccer at a young age, and I was physically advanced for my age when it came to playing sports. And I'm glad that I wasn't held back, but I also felt like I was a little bit held back because of my age. People didn't want me playing up to me age groups because of my size, or not my size, but because of my age. They didn't want me to get hurt, all this stuff. But where's that fine line between, like, letting a child push themselves to the limits of playing against adults like they do in professional leagues, in different sports or activities, and exploiting them? I've always thought that was interesting. Yeah. I agree, Renata Ford, 123 sickos. Yep. Mimo Hunter, that's just sad. Absolutely. And I think that's a good transition into the little not little topic, but like a little discussion on the fact that I've always thought it was interesting how kids around the world seem to be more advanced than our children when they hit 18, when they become adults. Like, you go around the world and there are people that are 17, 18 years old that seem like they're full-grown adults, and then here you'll have kids that are in their 20s or early 30s, or people like me that I was in my 30s. As soon as I hit my 30s, I still felt almost like I was a teenager at in some ways. But the one thing that I will say that's beautiful about this country and that I think that other kids around the world don't have is if you're brought up in a community that not necessarily shelters you and keeps you from learning, but it gives you time to grow. They give you soil to cultivate in. I found that that's how you get way more, for lack of a better word, stable geniuses, but you get way more people that are stable as adults when they have that time to grow. And I've seen kids from around the world that I have a few friends from New Zealand that I could tell that at age 18 or 19, when they got over to the States, they were like 30-year-olds. And you could see it in the way that they approached life, but you could also see the immaturity because they only had 18, 19 years on this world, on this earth. And over time, you could see it was eating at them. And by the time they're in their 30s, they're looking like they're in their 50s almost, because life is just beating them down. And so I'm grateful for the ability to have that community in America, that I was able to grow at my own pace. I was able to learn at my own pace, and I was never rushed to do anything, but I was also pushed to be the best of myself. And because I haven't achieved that yet, I still am striving for it. And I don't feel like I've peaked because there's so much more for me to do. So I'm grateful for it, and I am grateful for our country and the ability to be children, or to be growing beings that have time to grow, if that makes sense. So Human Warrior 76, building emotional intelligence with their maturity. Yes, absolutely. And that was the point I was trying to get at. Thank you so much for wording that more beautifully than I did. I've seen some of the most intelligent and like streetwise people at a young age that they didn't have the emotional intelligence or maturity to be able to use that to their advantage. And the world caught up to them. The world beat them down, and they black-pilled, or they just, they went off the grid. And that's okay. I have no problem with someone going off the grid. I think we're more natural as human beings when we're not connected. But some of them, they did it because they didn't feel like they had a choice, and I'm not okay with that. E. Kim Navilla says, "What up, Cam?" With 2 airplane emojis. What's up, man? How you doing? That was perfect break. Thank you so much for coming in and saying that. And we are going to get to the first video that I wanted to play for you guys. And yeah, this is a Saturday in the South. It only feels right.
Way down where the sun shines hot, dogs on the porch, gators in the water. Way down in Alabama, muddy Mississippi, swampy Louisiana.